Finally, the Lakers. Oi, oi, oi. Love them, hate them. It is what it is. That's how I'm going to leave that. LeBron and Anthony both signed big contract extensions. They had some high turnover. The addition of Mark? What was it, Mark Gasol? Am I right in saying that? Okay.
Yeah. They got Mark Gasol. Yeah, that's not a typo. I thought it was at first too when you think about it. Yeah, they got Mark Gasol.
Yeah, that's quite the addition there for it. Are they? I'll start. Cody, tell me, are they still the Kings? I mean, are they looking at the number one slot this year?
Oh yeah. Don't forget too. They picked up Montrezl Harrell, a reigning six man too. So So they pretty much their offseason was pretty much, I think, probably outside of maybe the Atlanta Hawks, probably the second best offseason because they addressed a lot of their needs. They made some very savvy moves. They picked up Dennis Schroeder, Marc Gasol, Montrezl Harrell. I heard Pau Gasol might be even coming back.
Good Lord. Wheel his ass out there. Like friggin' like Rod Stewart in South Park, you know? I'll poop my pants.
So, the only concerning thing I have with the Lakers is LeBron's age, Anthony Davis's health. I have them slated as the number one team in the West, but as far as like playoff seeding is concerned, I can very easily see this team falling to the 4 or 5 slot, just because load management. Like this team, LeBron's not getting any younger, like I mentioned before. AD with his health. And them only having a 2-month rest period before or a 2-month off season, so to speak. So I could see many nights where they're not playing at full health, which is going to contribute to wins and losses. And it'll probably clear a path for a team like Denver to take the number 1 seed. But come playoff time though, they're the Giants, you know, like LeBron's teams with the Cavs, even Miami, they've gone in as 4 seeds and they still came out on top. Yeah. So they're not. Their confidence is they can beat anybody at any given night, and I don't think they're too concerned about their win-loss record as long as they get their ticket stamped to the playoffs.
Yeah, just get him in and let LeBron do his thing. Let me ask you then, Cody, from your vantage point, if they repeat, if LeBron takes them to the championship, whether it be the 1 seed, 4, 5 seed, hell, even the 8 seed, might look a lot more impressive. Is he then, undisputedly, the GOAT?
Knowing how upset Jake will be by my answer, I'm going to go – we'll go with a resounding yes.
Oh my
Jake,
God!
You know.
Oh, go ahead. By all means, Cody.
Sorry, just to answer that question though, a little bit more in depth with it. Like if LeBron wins it this year, I don't think it makes him the GOAT. But the dude, it's getting to that point where it's going to be Jordan's 1A and LeBron's 1B. But it's so divided about the debate of who the GOAT is between MJ and LeBron, and both bring 2 different factors into there. I kind of side more on Team LeBron, but I still side with Jordan.
Jordan's becoming that much of as the years go on, the myth. You know, I mean, he lived up to it. You know, but it's becoming that where beyond legend status. You know, to that of myth.
Well, I think you get these nephews on RNBA that the mythos of Jordan is bigger than what he actually was. It's like the guy. And that's not a discount. I'm saying he's not the best of all time, but they treat it as if the motherfucker has never missed a shot before.
Yeah.
Like, it's
very, very true. Jake, it sounds as though from your grunting and groaning over there, either one, you have to go to the bathroom and you just to pause for you, or you may have some opposing views.
Good Lord! Okay. You know what? You guys got to warn me about these things. I could have brought the Tums in early. You know. So, okay. So, I didn't know that we were going to be playing with Nerf balls here, because this is goofy shit, right? Okay. So, first of all, 1A and 1B. Now that's not even. Jordan hasn't missed a shot. I don't think. I'm looking it up right now. I don't think he missed it. No, he didn't even miss. So, no, look. Okay. This ties into something that I didn't even want to bring up, okay? But, LeBron said the other day He's so subtle with his controlling of the narrative in today's game. So he goes, and I like LeBron. Okay, don't get me wrong, I like him. He's just fine. But he says I won the hardest 2 NBA finals in NBA history. Whoa. Let's just I want to just have us look at what I put on the plate here. He said that he won the hardest 2 NBA finals in NBA history. Okay, so what is he talking about? Of course.
Yeah, I was hoping for some clarification to that statement, but
oh yeah. So when pressed on this a little bit further, he says okay, it's the Golden State Warriors win where he beat the 73 win Golden State Warriors that were up 3-1, by the way, and that was one of them, and the other one was the bubble, last year's bubble. They had to stay at Disney, and they had to go through room service. They weren't allowed to have strippers and hoes.
Shut your mouth. Are you?
Unless you're on the Clippers, right? With what was his name that got caught in the strip club with the chicken wings?
Oh, Lemon Pepper Lou.
Yeah,
Lemon Pepper needed those wings.
Yeah,
though.
Lemon Pepper Lou could get
some damn good wings.
Well, let me tell you. Okay, so that is a microcosm. Okay, that little story I told you, the truthful story of LeBron's thought process, really shows you kind of what we're dealing with when we're talking about LeBron and any sort of GOAT conversation. Is that he's just begging the society to please consider me in the ballpark. Let me knock on the door of his airness. And you know what? I'll tell you what. He's won some NBA finals. He's lost a lot of NBA finals. I don't know if you guys know, but LeBron James. I could go all night. We could go all night, but I'll just end it at this. He did not win the hardest NBA finals ever. He may have won the easiest one last year. He had probably the weakest opponent. No disrespect to Miami. I mean, that's pretty disrespectful to say. But honestly, maybe one of the easiest. And it's just goddamn ridiculous. Where did we get you guys?
Well, I gotta counter that. Is like statistically, he did have the hardest one.
What statistics are you looking at?
A team that won 73 games, they're down 3-1, and they came back and won. Like that one's kind of like
pretty impressive.
That's.
Well,
you literally beat the best team of all time in the regular 73 wins, and you beat them, and you were down 3-1, backs against the wall. Like that is probably the most impressive finals comeback ever.
It is okay. Now there you go. You nailed it. You said it perfectly. I think it is absolutely one of the best, if not the best, finals comeback of all time. Great job. It is not the hardest ever. Let's think about all the way back into the days of.
Well, I got to ask then. I don't want to cut you off here. Then go ahead. What is the hardest championship ever won?
That's good, right? That's a good one. I think if I'm thinking about it. Off the top of my head, I think that that Dallas Maverick win, that was probably a pretty hard NBA Finals for them to win against Miami, stacked so much. That's one of them, right? That's a pretty tough one. How about anything that Bill Russell was doing back in those days?
Oh no, not Bill Russell.
No.
There's like 8 teams.
The reason I bring up Bill Russell is because now listen to me. The reason I bring up Bill Russell is that LeBron brings up the bubble. Like the bubble was such the hard times of 2020 and the social issues. Well, if we want to talk about social issues and hard to play because of social issues, we could go back to Mr. Bill Russell. He'll tell you about a social issue or two.
Yeah, well, I see your point on the bubble thing. The bubble thing, I would not say that's one of the hard. I think he's using that to sell the bubble for bigger than it was. But
all right.
All things considered, is like you didn't have to deal with any fans. you didn't really have the adverse effects of having to go into Denver. The whole
traveling.
The traveling, the roarous crowds like chanting against you, like those things make an impact. Like,
yeah.
So to say the bubble is the hardest one, like not to discount that there wasn't some adversity with it, but I mean, you're not traveling. It made it. I would feel it made it probably the easiest championship. So
yeah, from a layman's standpoint,
by
that's where I would go with that. It would seem like it would be the easiest.
Okay. Well, yeah, exactly. And I got to tell you, let me just say this, and then you can have with it what you will. But there's got to be something to be said. I mean, I could go 73 and what was it, 73-8 on 2K. If you put it on pussy mode, I'll go 73-8 all day. But the competition's is not exactly the hardest, right? And that's what I would say we look at when we see the way that the game was played then, and the way the game was played when Steph Curry was just hucking threes from the parking lot, and no one was touching each other. You know, I mean, mad respect. They are the holder of the regular season record in which they choked. I think it's more of a choke than
more like they lost and he won.
Motherfuckers.
Is that what you're thinking, Jake?
Hit me all.
More like the Golden State lost rather than LeBron won.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I agree.
Well, that's what I was asking. All right, there you have it. There's the Western Conference broken down for you. Boy, of course, the wonderful, if not enigmatic, Jake the Snake. Of course, our senior correspondent for Plain White Toast, Mr. Cody Bass, and myself, El Gambino. Thank you. Pay attention now. We have coming up here, Jake, give it a little foresight. What do we have? A little bit of Eastern Conference? Talk maybe some.
We're going to talk a lot more about Michael Jordan.
Ooh. And he's making a comeback.
No, it gets me riled up because that's why I love the game so much. No, we got some Eastern Conference coming up, and it's going to get a little dark when we go over there. It's going to get a little
murky.
It's going to get a little. Yeah, there's some murky waters over on the east side. So put your boots on.
It's cold out here. All right, guys. Like and subscribe here, folks. And you guys have a great day. Happy days.
After the taping had completed, an extra 2 minutes was requested. We take you to that 2 minutes now in a special overtime segment.
Now look. I'm taking this 2 minutes to start the clock, but ladies and gentlemen, this message is not for you. It's for the kids. I want you to get your children and put them close to the sound wherever it's coming out of. I want them to hear my voice right now because one day they're going to find themselves. Well, I'll talk directly to them. Hey there, little guys. One day you're going to find yourself getting sloppy drunk in a bar. and you're going to find that there's going to be a type of person in that bar that says he is the toughest motherfucker in the whole place. And he will fight anybody and he'll beat him. And let me just tell you, boys and girls, listen to me over here, listen. These people that will tell you that they're the toughest motherfuckers in the whole place are always not the toughest ones in the whole place. I tell you this to tell you this, that LeBron James is the guy in the bar.
I was hoping it was at least going to be somewhat basketball related. I'd hate to cap that one as pedophile entrance exam information or some shit.
So there you go. That is my master class on how life works.
It reminds me of my grandpa used to say this all the time. He's like, just because you're big, dumb, and ugly doesn't mean you're tough.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's good. All right.
Anything
else you want to say to little kids before we
no, that's they can go back to bed.